Hey guys, Dave Keller here with Market Misbehavior. Wanted to do a series of videos related to my journal. You see at the first thing every day after I shower, brush my teeth, get ready, grab a cup of coffee, and I sit down and I get the journal out. And I've written 3 pages for many, many years, every morning. And the idea with 3 pages came from a book called The Artist's Way. And essentially the idea is to inspire your creativity. And the argument is to, unplug from, or essentially to get all of the stuff out of the way. You know, your mind gets clogged up with tasks and to-dos and, just things you're preoccupied with, given what's going on in the world here in, late 2020. It's the elections coming up, it's coronavirus, it's economic pressures, all these personal relationship pressures, mental sanity, and all of this stuff here in the Pacific Northwest. Days are getting shorter and shorter. Eventually, we're getting towards the shortest part of the year, so it's a tough period because of that. So there's a lot going on, and I think the argument is to try to get through all of that stuff, get that stuff out of your head so you can start to have a good conversation with yourself. And in my work at Market Misbehavior, I try to encourage people to basically it all starts with self-awareness, with building a good conversation with yourself and being able to have an honest assessment with who you are and what your strengths and weaknesses are. So for me, the 3 pages have been a great way to do that. And again, the book, The Artist's Way, convinced me of the benefits of writing out 3 pages. And what happens is on page 1, it's usually a bunch of stuff that's in your head. By midway through page 2 and into page 3, I often have dramatic business ideas, personal, improvement ideas, ways to improve relationships, people I haven't talked to that I really want to, and personally and professionally, I think I can attribute any successes I've had in some way to the 3 pages that I've done every day. So what I wanted to do over a series of videos is talk about the way that I conclude each of those videos, and basically here's a shot of it. This is from a recent journal of mine. You can see that I have this series of things at the end. And to be honest with you, I've written the same things at the end of my journal. And I remember the first time I did it, I tried to figure out what to, how to finish it. And I ended up drawing 2 little lines. And, at that point, it was just mentally, it was like, all right, I've gotten this stuff out. All right, the 2 lines were sort of like, I'm now, that's done. I'm now ready to go after it. And I felt like my mind was much better prepared to get into other things. Then I think the second thing I added was some other illustrations, a little smiley face, a little illustration of the 3 things that are most important in my life. And I started doing that. Then over time, anytime I would find some, nugget of wisdom, sort of life lessons, things that I wanted to repeat as a mantra every day, just to remind myself that they were things that spoke to me and things that were who I wanted to be every day. I started writing those at the end, and over time, I came up with sort of 7 different things that I use to sort of complete my day. And now it really is a mantra. I get to the end of my last thing, my last comments, I leave a little bit at the end of page 3. And I write this same set of 7 things. I've done it now for years in some form or another. And for me, it's a great way to reflect on where I'm at mentally. It's a way to, sort of acknowledge that I've now gotten all of the baggage out of the way and I'm really able to focus on who I want to be for the course of the day, what's important to me. And it really is a reminder of the most important things. I mean, in those 7 things that I write at the end of my of each journal entry, it really is who I want to be. I actually have a personal mission statement that I wrote years ago. I think it was in 2001, I want to say, and this is when I was very into the Stephen Covey Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, and he talks in that book about writing a personal mission statement and coming up with your roles and values. And I got very into the Franklin planner. I was, had the big leather-bound planner and would spend, a lot of time every day and every week sort of going through things. And while I don't do that exact thing, a lot of what I still do now in terms of planning and prioritizing comes from some of those formative days of just trying to figure out how I could be more productive and maintain my sanity when I was trying to do so many different things and be a lot of different people, I feel like, in the course of a normal day. So What's interesting about the next 7 weeks is what I hope to do is, share with you, sort of what each of those 7 items are at the end of my list, why I put them on there, and what they mean to me. And then what I hope, you take away from it is less that those are your 7 things. I find it 100% certain that they will not be your 7 things. Your things are what speak to you. What I hope this does is illustrate the benefits of having a mantra, the benefits of having a good conversation with yourself, for me in the form of the 3 pages every day. Why it's important to have a set of values or a true north set of things that help remind you who you are and who you want to be, where you're trying to get. And just also, for me, they serve as a collective reminder to enjoy this journey, to not be so focused, so laser focused on improving myself and getting to the next level, getting to the next thing, getting to a higher level of compensation or a higher level of, publicity or popularity or number of followers or views or hits or emails or whatever measure, revenues, whatever returns, whatever the measure might be. The goal isn't to get to that next thing. I think really the purpose is to enjoy how you get from here to there and do it in a way that helps you be fulfilled and lift up yourself and others while you're doing it. So that is the introduction. I hope over the next 7 weeks you enjoy this set of videos breaking down the 7 things at the end of my journal. And again, I hope you are able to think about what you should put at the end of your journal entries every day.